There is massive rumors going around world football that Atletico Madrid is going to target Julian Alvarez this summer. And this rumor makes so much sense to me because Atletico Madrid is known for having amazing number 9s like Sergio Aguero, like Falcao, and the list goes on and on and on and on and on. Y'all remember that one beast that goes by the name of Forlan? Atletico Madrid does this. And with Morata recently getting shipped off to AC Milan, the number 9 position is something they desperately are in need of. So Julian Alvarez to Atletico Madrid, we got to find out how many goals this guy could put up in his first season in La Liga. By the way, I am a massive Julian Alvarez fan. Now, there's a few things we must talk about. This is the team that we have. I just picked up the new absolute beast. I think his name is said Lee Normad. I think I'm probably butchered that, but he used to play for Real Sociedad and he went to Atletico. I'm pretty sure he's at Atletico Madrid now. I'm pretty sure they locked him up. So he's going to be a center back that's going at Atletico Madrid. I don't know if it's fully done yet, but it's probably fully. Listen, Atletico Madrid, Lee Normad, I hope I said that right, is the new what's going on here, okay? Saul is no longer a part of Atletico Madrid, so we got to send him back to Chelsea, where I believe he was on loan from. We also no longer have Gabriel Paulista, who took off to Turkey, so we sent him there already. And as you look at this, you probably think to yourself, okay, so where's Julian Alvarez? Well, we're going to go sign him in 1 minute. Another thing we must talk about is two different things. The first thing is this. João Felix, he is no longer a part of Barcelona, and he's actually a member of Atletico Madrid again. And no one really knows what's going to happen to my boy João Felix. None of us actually have any idea in the world because we don't know if he's going back on loan. Atletico Madrid said they want to sell him. They no longer want him to go on loan. They want to get rid of him. No one actually knows what's going to happen to this guy. So at the moment, he's on the roster, but by the time the season starts, I think he will no longer be on the roster. We're not 100% sure. Also, as you look at this, you probably realize quickly, hey, wait a minute, there is no Memphis Depay. And that's true. Memphis Depay, I believe at the moment is a free agent. I think he's a free agent. I'm not 100% sure, but I think he is. Also, Saul, I thought he was on loan from Chelsea. Maybe wasn't he on loan from Chelsea? Didn't he go back to Chelsea? I'm a little bit confused. But Saul is no longer a part of Atletico Madrid's roster going forward. We'll leave him here for now, but I'm pretty sure he's no longer here. What I'm not confused of is this move right here. The one and only Julian Alvarez, and I'm not even gonna play around with them. I'm gonna hit the release clause at 110 million. I'm just bringing him in. That's it. I'm hitting the release clause. I'm not letting City even negotiate it, bro. We are going directly in, snatching him up, bringing him in, and that's what it's gonna be. One thing I do want to let you know, I know I'm a little bit confused about Saul and Memphis Depay and all these different moves. I haven't really paid attention to Atletico Madrid that much, if I'm being fully transparent with everybody. I watch a lot of Barcelona. I watch a lot of Real Madrid. I actually watched a ton of Barcelona this year. I just like the young team they have, but I haven't really been watching a lot of Atletico Madrid, man. I can't even tell you why. They're not a bad team. They're a fun team to watch, to be honest, at times. But yeah, I just haven't really watched that much of them. Anyways, Julian Alvarez is gonna get absolutely paid. We gotta make sure that he leaves City. We gotta convince him to come over here. So we convinced him nicely, and as you know, his manager is Simeone, one of the most paid managers in all of world football, which is crazy to me. But it is what it is. I mean, he has done amazing jobs with Atletico Madrid. Had it not been for that crazy Barcelona team and that crazy Real Madrid team, I mean, Simeone probably won a lot of other things. He just unfortunately to bump into some amazing teams. Anyways, Julian Alvarez officially a part of Atletico Madrid. Shake the hand. Let's get it done. Get up in here. Who comes to see him? It better be Antoine Griezmann. By the way, Antoine Griezmann, what a season he had last year. He was absolutely fantastic. The season that just passed, he was phenomenal. But Julian Alvarez is officially a part of Atletico Madrid. They better not come with no nonsense about a F, a C, a D. You bet an F. Bad negotiation. Probably because I paid a lot of money, but that's okay because we're not here for the money. We're here to see what he can do. With that being said, he is officially going to slide into that striker position right here. Bang, next to, whoa, next to Antoine Griezmann. What are we doing, bro? Next to Antoine, okay? Now, this is so stupid. The game, he could play center forward, striker, or cam. The game's saying he can't. We'll adjust him to the striker. We'll go and adjust him to the striker position in just a minute. And this is pretty much what we got going on here at Atletico Madrid. We'll move Saul out of here. We got Lorente, Koke, and DePaul, aka the bodyguard. The back line is a 5-back that they were running, I guess. That's what they had set up, so I'm gonna keep it. Julian Alvarez, obviously the striker position next to Antoine Griezmann. That would be a crazy connection. And now we're gonna find out how many goals this guy could put up every single month. How many assists can he get? How many trophies can he win? That's what the task is today. So after every month, I will stop. We will check what he has going on, and then we'll adjust it and see if he's absolutely going crazy. It's all about him, man. That's what this is about. It's not about the Atletico Madrid success. It's about none of that. It's all about him. So speaking about him, we're going to quickly head over here real quick to adjust him to the position he actually is going to be playing, which is the striker position. Hopefully it doesn't take 10 years. That's what EA does sometimes. Let's see. It's going to take 25 weeks. That is a long time for him to become a striker. That is crazy. He can play the striker position already. EA career mode is done so poorly, in my opinion. He can already play there. It doesn't make sense. I could change the tactics so he's in a center forward position, but hopefully EA doesn't troll and he actually plays every game and they don't bench him because he's not a striker, okay? To start off the year, they got 3 big games. Real Betis probably being the harder of the bunch. We're not going to make any more changes. We're going to go ahead to the 30th of August. The 31st of August, and then we're going to go and see what my boy Julian Alvarez has done for his new club. How many goals, how many assists, how many games played. Hopefully they don't bench him because he's a center forward and not a striker. EA, don't mess us up here. Hey, real quick, if you enjoy this type of content, make sure you hit a thumbs up, make sure you subscribe, and if Julian Alvarez was to sign for Atletico Madrid, how many goals do you think he would get in one season? Let me know down below. Not a great start, but not a terrible start, right? It's a 3-1 win, a 3-0 win, and a 1-1 draw against Real Betis. Honestly, if I'm being real with you, it's not bad at all. It's a good start for Atletico Madrid. If they would have won the Real Betis game, they would have been off to a phenomenal start. Anyways, we're gonna go check out really quickly if EA has my boy Julian Alvarez playing or not. Let's see here. Julian Alvarez. I don't see him so far. Julian Alvarez, where are you? Griezmann only played 2. Julian Alvarez, he didn't play. Am I wrong? He didn't play. He just didn't play. Julian Alvarez did not play. Look at this. This is EA for you. This is what EA does. It makes no sense to me. I don't even know what to say to you guys. I have him in the lineup. I want him to play. They don't start him. This is EA for you, lads. And I adjusted his position. I adjusted him to be a striker, but they're saying that it's going to take a very long time for him to become a striker. 25 weeks, by the way. We've only done 3 weeks. So now we need to adjust the formation, which is going to completely change probably the way that the team plays. So they're probably going to lose games. You know, this is what EA does. Anyways, man, let's find a formation that fits them. I'm assuming the best one for them, that's kind of like what they run already, is something like this. And then Julian Alvarez can go to the cam position. I'm assuming that's what we should do here. Let me try and sort this out. They still say Julian Alvarez doesn't like it, even though he can play cam. So we have to find him a center forward formation, which is not going to be easy, to be honest with you. This is actually be, I don't even know if there's a 5-back with a center forward. A 5-back with a center forward. It doesn't look like there is one. And this is the game we play, lads. Now I could just adjust it. Let me try that. Let's go back and go to their default. Okay, this is their default. And then what I'm gonna do is attempt to adjust Julian Alvarez. They don't let you? They do. You can adjust him to a center forward like this. Now, lads, it doesn't look great, and they're probably going to play really bad because I did that. But that's the only way I can get him to most likely play until he's a striker. It's a bit annoying that career mode, we're in 2024 now, right? And that's what we're doing. That he can play striker, he can play cam, he can play center forward, but because his position says center forward, they just bench him. And then on top of all of that, it's going to take 28 weeks, I think it was, or 25 weeks for him to adjust. And we're like 5-6 weeks in. So we have a while. Anyways, first game of the Champions League, September 20th, Real Madrid on September 23rd. And now that we've adjusted things, I feel like they're going to lose a lot of games. Every time I change someone's position like that, they just constantly lose games. So hopefully that's not the case. Anyways, I'm going to see you guys back here on October 1st to see what Julian Alvarez does and if he actually gets playing time. Because remember, we're 3 games into the league and he hasn't started. Mental. The month started off pretty good. Sevilla, Valencia win, but then they lose to Lazio. They lose to Real Madrid, understandable. They pick up a win and then drop points again. So realistically, I don't want to say it was a terrible month because the Real Madrid game is a 50-50 game, especially with the lineup Real Madrid has. But the Lazio one is a little bit disappointing if I'm being brutally honest. When we go look at the standings really quick, obviously the next Champions League game is a must-win for them because they lost their first game. But in La Liga, Atletico Madrid officially stands in 2nd place, 3 points off of Barcelona, which is not bad. It's a pretty good start, to be honest. Real Madrid a little bit further back with 13 points, and hopefully it kind of stays that way because those guys have a crazy team. We don't want to see them pushing up. Did Alvarez actually finally get some playing time? That's the ultimate question, and the answer is Julian Alvarez played. Griezmann has 8 games under his belt. And well, at least our center back has 5 games. That's nice. Julian Alvarez officially has 5 games, lads. Julian Alvarez officially has played 5 games, so he only missed the 3 games in the beginning of the season. Again, changed the formation or changing his position kind of worked. 1 goal, 1 assist, 1 clean sheet for Julian Alvarez. They've only kept 1 clean sheet when he plays and we're in a 5-back. That's not good. But 1 goal, 1 assist in 5. That's not bad. It's not terrible. But again, he's just getting his feet wet. The season just started for him. He just started playing. So hopefully the boy really kicks it into gear and he starts going crazy now. Second place, 1 goal, 1 assist. Not a terrible start for Atletico Madrid. The next month, they got Feyenoord must win, Celtic must win, and then 3 games in La Liga with Real Sociedad in there, and that's a very, very tough team, especially if you watch football this year. You know they were crazy. We'll see how it looks on October 31st for Julian Alvarez. We move. Not really what you want to see in the Champions League, another tie, but then they did beat Celtic, which means they're on 4 points after 3. That's savable. I think they can still come out of their group, hopefully. They did beat Real Sociedad, but then drop points to Celta Vigo, which is very interesting. Then they won their next game, which is pretty good. They're on track to maybe possibly being in second place or even winning the league, depending on what Barcelona does. Barcelona is a team that doesn't really drop that many points, so that's going to be pretty interesting. After that month, we can quickly go check it out. And in the league, they've dropped to 4th place now. It's not good. They dropped the ties and they got to stop tying. Real Madrid had a crazy month and came back. Now they're in first place. After being on 13 points, now they're on 25. Crazy comeback. Atleti's on 24. Barca's on 24. Valencia's on 24. So everyone is in this race. It's a very, very close race. Even Real Sociedad's not out of this yet. So that's pretty good for the La Liga. For people who watch, they're very excited. Atletico Madrid is in the Champions League to be able to come to the next stage. Not in first place, but in second. Lazio obviously cooking right now. They must beat Feyenoord in the next game, because if they beat Feyenoord, it pretty much means they're coming out the group. But they got to win that game. It is a very, very big game for Atletico Madrid. Got to beat Feyenoord. Now, as we quickly take a look at what Julian Alvarez has done, I'm hoping for more goals from him. He officially has how many games? 10 games. He's playing every game now. 4 goals, 3 assists. That's what we love to see, baby. Goals. Julian Alvarez is now the 4th top goal scorer at Atletico Madrid. He has 10 games. Antoine Griezmann, for some reason, has 8 games only. Maybe a little injury, a knock. Something's not letting him get the PT. But he does have 5 goals in 8 games, which is really nice. Top assist guy, Julian Alvarez, number 2. Koke, number 1, and Julian Alvarez kind of doing his thing, man. He is actually cooking. He's 4th top goal scorer and 2nd top assist guy on Atletico Madrid. Things you love to see. Massive month coming up here, okay? They got Celtic, they got Feyenoord. If they win both of these, they're coming out the group and probably winning the group, or it'll come down to the Lazio game. And then 3 big games in La Liga. So I will see you guys on November 30th to see how Julian Alvarez has done. They beat Celta Vigo, they beat Celtic, but then they lose to Feyenoord, which is not good. We have to hope that Feyenoord actually lost to Lazio in their game. Otherwise, they could be in a bit of trouble. When it comes to the league, they're in second place still, 1 point off of Real Madrid. When it comes to the Champions League, they have to beat Lazio in their last game to get out this group. The loss to Feyenoord is seeing them go to the Europa League. That is very, they have to beat Lazio, bro. If they beat Lazio, they advance. If they lose to Lazio, they're pretty much going to the Europa League. If Celtic loses their last game, this is very dangerous for them, bro. That is not what you want to see at all. When it comes to the team, or the Julian Alvarez, excuse me, we'll check how many games he's played. He has officially now played 14 games. He still sits on 4 goals and 4 assists. So he's kind of slowed down a tad bit, if I'm being honest with y'all. Not the same Julian Alvarez from last month. All right, he slowed down a bit. We'll quickly head over here to see if I can finally make him a striker. We still have 15 weeks remaining just to let him play the striker position. EA absolutely drive me crazy sometimes, but that's the way it goes, man. Atletico Madrid, probably the biggest month of the season. Will they stay in the Champions League or will they go out? They got Barcelona, they got Lazio. I will see you guys on the 31st. Hopefully Simeone doesn't get fired. Wow. They got grouped. They might go out of everything. Atletico Madrid got grouped in the Champions League because they lost 2-0 to Lazio. And then they also lost in La Liga. Not a good month for them here, lads. I mean, not at all, man. Not a good month at all. They're still in second place, but they are now a little bit further back from Real Madrid, 4 points now. That's a pretty big gap. I'm not going to lie to you, especially when Real Madrid has the team they have. And the Champions League, as you guys can see, they went to the Europa League. Feyenoord wins the group on 12 points. Lazio leaves the group on 10 points. And Atletico Madrid is going to leave the group on 7 points. Just not good enough from Atletico Madrid and Julian Alvarez, if I'm being honest with you. But I also don't want to blame Julian Alvarez because they don't let him play his actual position. Julian Alvarez with 18 now, 18 games played. That's a lot. 4 goals, 3 assists. Kind of a disappointing season for Julian Alvarez, I'm not going to lie. 10 goals for Griezmann, 9 goals for Lamar. Man, just not good enough from Julian. Still the fourth top goal scorer though. And then from Julian Alvarez, the 4th top assist guy as well. So hopefully he starts to play a little bit better here. Hopefully he starts to get it together. I want to say that Atletico Madrid should be favorites to win the Europa League. Hopefully that happens. We'll find out though, man. The month of January, they see Real Madrid in the Super Cup. We'll see how this one goes. And they also have Valencia. I'll see you back here on the 31st. So this month, not so good if I'm being honest with you. I mean, they lose to Real Madrid on penalties. In La Liga, they dropped points in 1, 2, 3 games. They won 3 games. They won 4 games, but 2 of them being cup games. So just not really a good month at all here, lads. Like a really bad month, to be honest with you. But again, it's all about big Julian. Julian with 22 games now. Julian finally got himself some goals, man. Julian Alvarez has 6 goals, leaving him as the 8th top goal scorer. Man, João Felix has more goals than Julian Alvarez. In 10 games, João Felix has 7 goals. My goodness, he is going crazy. And for the assists, Julian Alvarez is the top 2 with 5 assists. Man, João Felix really blowing my mind. That guy's going crazy right now, having a great season. In the league, boys, Atletico Madrid is in 4th place, and they're really, really trailing now, man. Really trailing. And the Europa League's coming up the following month. So, wow, not good news for Atletico Madrid. Stuff's starting to fall apart for them. Once Julian Alvarez can go striker, we'll then move him there and we'll go back to the default formation. They got Real Madrid, must win. Sevilla must, I mean, every game here is a must win. I'll see you on the 29th. See how this goes. Come on, Atleti. Wow, Atletico Madrid is officially out of Copa de España as they get knocked out here on penalties again. They also tie in La Liga once. And they won their Europa League game. So they advanced in the Europa League, which is really nice. They're going to be playing Villarreal in the next round of the Europa League, which is in March. But they did move forward in the Europa League. So that's good news for Atleti fans. With that being said, they remain in 4th place. They're now 11 points behind Real Madrid, 8 points behind Real Sociedad, and 5 points behind Barcelona. So that's something you never want to see. They're officially out of the Super Cup. They're officially out of the Copa de España. So they literally have the Europa League that they could win. Here is very doubtful when it comes to what they can win in La Liga. Now, with that being said, we must take a look again at Julian Alvarez. It's all about him. It's his show, lads. Julian Alvarez here. Let's check out his stats. See what he got cooking. See what he doesn't have cooking. For appearances, he now officially has 27 appearances. That's a lot. That's good. That's very good. Goals wise, he is now the 2nd top goal scorer at Atletico Madrid behind Griezmann with 9 and 6 assists. Remains the same. My boy João Felix now has 14 games played, 9 goals, 1 assist. So he kind of slowed down a little bit as well. The assist guys are going to be Koke with 8 and Julian Alvarez with 6. So not a bad season from Julian Alvarez, especially for the fact that they don't let him play his actual position. Let's be honest with each other. That's kind of weird. But yeah, Julian Alvarez kind of doing his thing, if I'm being honest. He can now move to the striker position. So we can put him at the striker position, finally. This will probably most likely see João Felix never touch the field anymore. We can now officially go back to their default formation. All right, here's default, which would then put Antoine Griezmann, Julian Alvarez up top at the striker positions, and everything else will remain the same. So they're now into their default formation where hopefully they'll get back to just their normal winning ways. Going into the next month, like I said, they got Villarreal and also Barcelona. So I will see you on the 31st, where hopefully now that they're in their default formation, they will constantly win games. Let's go. Not good, man. The one place I thought that they would win silverware in the Europa League, they didn't. They lost 2-1 to Villarreal, then 1-0 to Villarreal. They tied Barcelona. They won the rest of their games in La Liga. But lads, not good. Not good. Not good at all. This is terrible, if I'm being honest with you. We're going to go ahead to the 30th of April. The season's getting very close to the end. and things are just not looking good for Simeone and also for Julian Alvarez. Again, Julian Alvarez's job is to score goals. Look at this. They've now lost 2 off the bat, and they are losing points all over the place here. This is just not good. They've completely lost every game this month. I went back to their default formation, by the way, and things kind of just got worse for them. So that's very unfortunate for Atletico Madrid. Games played for Julian Alvarez, 34, 9 goals, 6 assists. Disappointing? Kinda yes, if I'm being honest. He is being outscored by João Felix. That is crazy. João Zinho outscoring him. And assists, he still remains in second. It has been a disastrous season for Atletico Madrid, to say the least. They're still in 4th place, but they have lost everything else. Now, we're going to go ahead and sim to the rest of the end of the season on the 31st. And there's a few things I want to say. Number one, not really Simeone's fault here, more EA's fault. Again, we're blaming EA. But no, seriously, I had to move the striker position to the center forward position, which took them off of their default formation, because I wasn't able to play Julian Alvarez at the position he likes to play, which is the striker position. He couldn't play it. Or the center forward. I couldn't have him as a striker because he supposedly likes to play center forward, but he could play striker and can't. Does that make sense? It just doesn't. The game doesn't make sense. He prefers center forward, but he can play striker and can. But when I put him as striker, it said he couldn't play there. When I played the game, when I simmed the game, it would sub him off. So it's kind of on EA, if I'm being honest with you. But at the end of the day, this is what happened, man. We tried a simulation to see what he could do. They end up in 4th place. They ended up 8 points behind, more than 8, 12 points behind Barcelona. Oh my goodness, 13 points, I think, behind Real Sociedad, and 17 points behind Real Madrid. Trust me, my math is not good. Maybe 18 points behind Real Madrid. My math is not good, so I apologize for that. They got grouped in the Champions League. They went on the Super Cup to Real Madrid, but Barcelona won the Super Cup. The Copa de España is going to be won by Barcelona. Barcelona won 2 competitions there. The Champions League final is Barcelona versus RB, and the Euro. You know what? Let's go see really quickly. Before we check the stats, I just want to see really quickly who wins the Europa League, who wins the Champions League. That's kind of something I do want to see. The Champions League is going to be won by, this is always exciting. I'm pretty sure Barcelona beat RB. Let's find out. Champions League is won by Barcelona. Congratulations to them. The Europa League was won by Real Madrid. Okay, so Real Madrid somehow got grouped, went to the, okay, wow. Wow, okay, interesting. Europa League, Real Madrid, Barcelona, Champions League. The champions of La Liga was Real Madrid, and Julian Alvarez's first season at Atletico Madrid is going to end with him having, let's find out, having 39 games played. It's a lot of games, let's be honest. Oblak had 54. He picked himself up 11 goals. Lamar got more goals than him, and João Felix got 1 goal less than him. That's crazy. And João Felix played half the time. Griezmann was the top goal scorer with 23, and the top assist guy was Koke. Then Julian Alvarez, really good. So 18 contributions in 39 is not bad at all. I expect more from Julian Alvarez in real life. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think Julian Alvarez is an unbelievable player. I think he'll give more than that to Atletico Madrid. But unfortunately, they won nothing. No silverware, no Champions League, no nada. But they got 18 contributions from Julian Alvarez. Again, I think he'll do more in real life. You guys let me know in the comments down below what you think. I think if he was to play 40 games for them, I think he could drop 20 contributions. I think so. In La Liga, I think that's possible. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. It's been your boy Skills. We kind of simulated to see what he could do. That's all he could do. Simeone, I don't know how he still has a job after a season like that. That was horrendous. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, smash that thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe. Turn your bell on. And we'll continue doing super awesome videos like this. Julian Alvarez, we expect more from you, lad. Way more from you.